The love and hip-hop world has been turned completely upside down, and fans can't believe what just happened. For years, Kendra and young Jock tried to convince everyone that their marriage could survive the chaos, the rumors, and the endless scandals. But tonight, all of that came crashing down in the most shocking way possible, right in front of cameras, fans, and cast members who had no idea they were about to witness history. Word spread like wildfire after a mysterious envelope appeared during the reunion taping. Inside was the ultimate betrayal. Pictures, text messages, and official documents suggesting that Jock had a secret baby with none other than Karlie Redd. Yes, the same Karlie Redd who had been his on and off flame for years. Kendra didn't just cry, and she didn't just walk out. She exploded, flipping the stage, screaming at producers and confronting Karlie with a fury no one saw coming. The footage went viral instantly, and fans called it the most devastating twist in love and hip-hop history. But the truth behind the cameras was even messier. The set of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was already buzzing with its usual mix of high energy, messy rumors, and flashing cameras. Rashida and Kirk were going back and forth about Jasmine yet again. Karlie was stirring the pot with her smirks. Spice was still heated from her latest feud. But then a producer slipped a large sealed envelope onto the table. At first, no one paid attention. Jock thought it was just another gimmick, maybe some receipts about his past flings. But when the envelope was torn open, gasps filled the room. Inside were photographs, text messages, and hospital documents claiming that Jock had secretly fathered a child with Karlie. These weren't just screenshots. They included dated paternity results, whispers of hush money, and even leaked footage of Jock sneaking into a maternity ward late at night. The camera cut straight to Kendra. Her eyes widened, her body stiffened, and for a second, she didn't move at all. Fans saw the exact moment her world shattered. The disbelief, the rage, and then the explosion. She jumped from her seat, shouting at Jock, her voice shaking but sharp enough to silence the stage. "You lied to me. You promised me." Karlie, never one to back down, smirked and leaned into the microphone. "I told y'all Jock was never done with me," she said with a sly grin. The crowd erupted. Cast members covered their mouths, some in disbelief, others laughing at Karlie's audacity. But Kendra wasn't laughing. She stormed across the stage toward Karlie, her heels hitting like gunshots. Security rushed forward, but not before she hurled her purse at Karlie, screaming, "You think this is funny? You think breaking up my marriage is cute?" Karlie clapped back. "Don't be mad at me. Be mad at your man." Jock tried to defend himself, claiming the papers were fake, that it was all a setup. But every denial fueled the fire. Rashida was yelling from her corner, Spice was screaming for security to let them fight, and producers were waving frantically to cut to commercial. Backstage, the chaos continued. Cameras caught Kendra tearing off her microphone, slamming a tea door, and sobbing in the hallway. "I gave this man everything," she cried. "And he does this, with Karlie. A baby. A whole baby. I'm done." Social media lit up instantly. Hashtags like "Some Jock Baby Drama" and "Shaw Kendra Explodes" started trending. Memes spread of Karlie holding a baby bottle, of Jock in diapers, and of Kendra flipping tables. The streets were eating it up. But the betrayal went deeper. Whispers spread that Karlie had been holding onto this secret for months, waiting for the right time to reveal it. Some believed producers pushed her to do it live for maximum shock value. Others claimed she acted alone, tired of being painted as the side chick while Kendra played the perfect wife. Kendra felt double-crossed, not just by her husband, but by castmates who admitted they'd heard rumors about Jock's late-night visits and secret rendezvous, but stayed silent. To her, their silence was betrayal too. The night spiraled further. Jock left the set escorted by producers, pale and shaken, trying to call Kendra, who refused to answer. Karlie basked in the attention, posting cryptic Instagram stories like, "The truth always comes out, receipts don't lie." Meanwhile, Kendra locked herself in her dressing room, refusing to film more scenes. Sources say she demanded producers cut Jock from the show or she'd walk away permanently. "He embarrassed me on national TV. You can't pay me enough to sit next to him after this," she reportedly said. By the end of the night, one thing was clear. This wasn't just another messy storyline. This was a scandal that could reshape the entire Love and Hip Hop franchise. The fallout didn't end when the cameras stopped rolling. If anything, that was only the beginning. Behind the scenes, Kendra was pacing the halls, phone in hand, ignoring every call from Jock. "I don't want to hear his voice," she muttered to a producer. "He lied to me on national television. He lied to me for years." Her fury wasn't just aimed at her husband. It was at Karlie, at the producers, and at the cast who had sat silently on the rumors. Meanwhile, Jock was in another room, his head buried in his hands. He begged producers to bury the footage. "If this airs, I'm done," he said, his voice cracking. But producers knew the truth. This wasn't just TV, it was ratings gold. Then came Karlie. She strutted down the hallway in glitter and full glam, recording cryptic clips for her followers. "Y'all ain't ready for what's about to drop. Jock knows the truth, and so does Kendra." Within minutes, her clips hit Instagram and TikTok, sparking millions of views. Fans swore she had even more receipts. Hours later, an anonymous email landed in a gossip site's inbox. Hospital records under Karlie's name, with dates, matching Jock's business trips. Even worse, a blurry photo showed Jock outside a neonatal unit at 3 a.m., hood up and mask on, but clearly him. The site went live with the evidence, and by morning, the story had gone national. Kendra woke up to headlines splashed across every blog. Jock's secret baby with Karlie. Her phone wouldn't stop buzzing. In tears, she took to Instagram herself. "I gave my husband everything. My love, my loyalty, my future. And this is how he repays me? With a baby behind my back? With Karlie of all people? I'm done. Do you hear me? I'm done." The raw emotion broke fans' hearts. Hashtags like "Da, Pray for Kendra" and "Team Kendra" dominated timelines. Meanwhile, Jock went live in his living room, pacing frantically. "Man, y'all gotta stop believing these lies. Karlie been messy her whole life. That ain't my baby." But the comments poured in. "You lying, Jock. We seen the papers." Kendra deserves better. The cast couldn't stay silent either. Rashida, who had survived her own roller coaster with Kirk, posted, "Some men don't know what loyalty means, and some women need to stop chasing taken men for storylines." Fans immediately connected it to Jock and Karlie. Spice added fuel, saying, "Karlie messy as hell, but let's not act like Jock ain't been messy his whole career. Poor Kendra." That single line, "Poor Kendra," became a rallying cry across social media. Karlie, loving the spotlight, doubled down. She posted a selfie holding a baby blanket with the caption, "Every queen deserves her truth. No lies. All receipts." Fans went into overdrive, some swearing it proved she was the mother, others saying she was trolling for clout. Producers scrambled to get the cameras rolling again. They wanted it all: the fallout, the phone calls, the confrontations. Contracts were pulled, NDAs tightened, and the storyline was rewritten overnight. What started as a scandal was now the centerpiece of the entire season. But Kendra wasn't just playing for TV. She told friends she was filing for divorce and planned to expose every lie Jock had ever told. In one leaked audio, she vowed, "If he thought Karlie was bad, wait until he sees what I do." Then the whispers grew louder. A blogger tweeted, "Y'all focused on Jock and Karlie, but wait until you see whose DNA is really on those papers." Fans lost their minds. Could the baby not even be Jock's? Screenshots spread, suggesting Karlie might be covering for someone else entirely. Theories flew. Was it Scrappy? Kirk Frost? Even Mendice's name got dragged into the mix. The hashtag, "Ooh, who's the daddy?" trended nationwide. Kendra, meanwhile, went on the offensive. In an interview, she snapped, "This isn't just about Jock lying to me. This is about a whole system of people keeping secrets, manipulating lives, and humiliating women for a storyline. I won't be their victim." Fans applauded her bravery, calling her the first cast member to truly expose the producers. Jock, desperate to salvage his image, was spotted leaving a lawyer's office, reportedly preparing to sue Karlie for defamation. But insiders whispered his real fear was Kendra spilling the truth about his past. Karlie, of course, only added fuel. She posted a video sipping champagne. "A queen never lies. The receipts are in my purse." Fans demanded proof, but she stayed coy, hinting others in the cast knew the truth. Tensions hit boiling point when Rashida confronted Karlie at a group dinner, slamming her hand on the table. "You messy as hell, Karlie. You don't care who you hurt as long as you get attention." Karlie fired back, "Don't be mad at me because I'm not the one letting my man cheat all over Atlanta." The table nearly erupted into a brawl. Then came the leak that changed everything. An anonymous crew member claimed they'd seen the full paternity report, and the father wasn't Jock. The name was blacked out, leaving only initials. Fans went wild, comparing every male cast member's name to the clue. Memes spread. At this point, Karlie Dunn had a baby with half the cast. Kendra, humiliated and furious, made her own public stand. At a club appearance, she grabbed the "Ya-Ease" mic and shouted, "I don't care whose baby it is. If Jock even had the audacity to be in the same room as Karlie after marrying me, that's enough. He's dead to me." The crowd erupted, chanting her name. But the drama only grew. Paparazzi, snapped Jock and Karlie meeting secretly in a hotel lobby. Whether it was co-parenting, scheming, or something else, the images locked the narrative. Jock and Karlie were tied together, and Kendra was left betrayed. In rage, Kendra promised to reveal her own receipts that could end Jock's career for good. The reunion episode aired unedited, showing her explosion in full. But the real shock came from unseen footage slipped in by producers. Jock caught on a hot mic admitting he couldn't say too much about Karlie's baby because of legal stuff. That was the smoking gun. Fans crowned Jock the villain of the year. Kendra went live, unleashing screenshots of texts, suspicious payments, and secret DMs. Each receipt was another dagger. The internet was convinced Jock was guilty, and Kendra was done. Meanwhile, Karlie posted a photo with a stroller, captioned, "Secrets always find their way into the light." Fans demanded a DNA test live on camera. Even celebrities weighed in, clowning Jock and praising Kendra. By the end of the week, Jock's career was hanging by a thread. Kendra was hailed as a warrior, and Karlie was crowned the Queen of Chaos. But producers hinted the real bombshell hadn't even aired yet, footage that could drag even more cast members into the scandal. And as fans braced for the next episode, one truth was clear: Love and Hip Hop would never be the same again.